Going to be talking about player likeness and franchise mode. Now, I'm going to start by telling you I do not believe this game has any type of player likeness. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. When you go to edit player, see, as you can see, I can't change his head. That does look somewhat like him, to a degree. But I think what might be going on here is there may be some players with likeness, some players without. It's hard to say, but I do think the players look fairly good. I know some of the created players look pretty much like. Now, if you go to some of the older players, and I'm gonna get into uh, here's the legends here. I'm gonna get into the franchise mode in just a second. Let's take a look at these legends here. Find somebody here that we are. I know King Griffey Jr. looks absolutely nothing like him. Here's Julio Franco. Let's take a look at him. Oh, no, that's John Franco. Never mind. Okay, we have free agents. Okay, these are all legends. I guess this is not really a team. They just kind of put the legends in the game, basically, is what they did, in case you want to use some of these legends. I don't have any. Okay, we got Jeff Bagwell. Let's take a look here. That looks somewhat like him, you know. Some of these players do have pretty decent likeness. I will say that. Some of them do not. Some of them just look like just a standard face, like one of the created player faces. What is this here? Dwight. Okay. There's King Griffey. Oh, wait a minute. That might be King Griffey Sr. Okay. Because I can tell you right now, that looks absolutely nothing like King Griffey Jr. That may be his dad. His dad was in MLB as well. But anyway, let's go into the franchise mode. I want to show you what the franchise mode has to offer in this game. I have a franchise on here. I'm 2-1. But first, I'll tell you that show you the things that the franchise mode has to offer. So I'm at franchise mode, right? You have your lineup and rotation, okay? You have the front office that has reserves. You can even create players during your season. You can just add a guy if you want to, whoever you want. You can do trading, of course. You can import roster update, which means whatever the MLB updates the roster, you could put that into your franchise at any moment. I don't see too many games doing that, so that's a very good thing. You can edit your players. You can even cheat if you want to. You can change your players' actual attributes, which, they gave him. Does he have blue eyes in real life? That's weird. But, you can change the player attributes rather than. There's no development in this. Well, there might be, but you could cheat the development. So we have all that. You have your team stats, standings. We're 1-2. We lost 2 of the 3. Then you have your franchise settings. You can do injuries. I leave mine on realistic, trade strict. If you put it on unrealistic, that means you can make any trade you want, basically. Like, basically, this one on strict, the computer has to agree with the trade. Otherwise, you can make it where you could just trade whoever you want. Designated hitter, American League only, just to make it more realistic. You could switch that to off or on or AL only. So there's that. You have your standings, of course, your team stats, basically your player stats. As you can see, some of our players are not batting too well. On the Braves, Freddie Freeman is batting .091. He's 2 for 11. Or no, he's I don't know how he's won. How's he? He has one hit, but he has 2 runs. That's weird. I don't know. Whatever. But unless he got walked or something, maybe that's the case. But anyway, we already looked at the settings, stand-ups, and that's pretty much all there is to it. You have your calendar. As you can see, it doesn't go too much in like a lot of these other games do because, like I said, it's not even a full price game. It's a $30 game, so you're gonna get less. Obviously, the most intriguing thing to me is the uh, the front office create a player and import updated roster. That's pretty cool. But I would imagine if you create a player and then you update the imported roster, will they actually delete your created player? I don't know because when you import your roster update, it is the official roster that the MLB has because they update it regularly. So you could put that in your franchise. That has nothing to do with statistics or nothing like that. Your stats are based on what happens in your games, but they have that on here. And of course, I showed you the edit player, your reserves, your guys. Take some of your guys off reserve, and if you want to replace somebody. Now, obviously, your reserves are different than your lineup and than your rotation. Because see, your reserves, you know, this is your bench. You can put them in during the game, but you can't put your reserves in. I'm sure a lot of people know that, but just thought I'd put that out there. But anyway, that's what you have for franchise. So like I said, there's not a whole lot going on. As you can see, they don't deal with salary at all. Like the show where you have a budget, there's nothing like that in this game. And I'm fine with that. I don't need that. This game is more for a casual player who just wants to play a quick game and get it over with, basically, because that's what you do on here. I should do another video because I turned on the batting option where you control the direction of your batting, and it makes it a little bit better for controlling your hits, I think. But anyway, that's this video. You know, so yes, again, there are some player likeness in this game, but you know, as I just went to edit player, they're asking you what roster do you want to edit from. We have home run derby. I haven't played online mode yet. I may try it at some point. I don't know. I usually don't even play games online, to be honest. But anyway, that's our video. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have this game, or if you're thinking about getting it and you're on the fence, or if you have a question about the game. I can do a video addressing any questions.